Hey folks, the Legend of Zelda series is currently in an in-between phase. The last big open 3D game released over 2 years ago now in May of 2023. Typically, around 2 years following the release of a mainline Zelda game, we get the announcement for the next one. Now, the reason we haven't had a new game announcement yet is likely because of the upcoming Hyrule Warriors spin-off game, Age of Imprisonment, that's canon. It's a canon spin-off. So, is it a spin-off? We'll leave that debate for the actually Warriors. The next new mainline game will likely change how Zelda looks visually once again. This happens with most new Zelda games, and the era of the Wild games have held this look for over 8 years now. Something new is cooking up in the Nintendo headquarters, and it's very possible that we'll hear about what's in the works this coming February in 2026. Because that month is the Legend of Zelda series 40th anniversary. We'll finally get something brand new to be excited for, and it's coming so soon. That's what I was saying, but recently there's been some doubt cast over these hopes, and honestly, I'm a wee bit worried about the upcoming anniversary now, and it's all thanks to a certain Italian plumber. So in today's video, let's talk about why I'm worried for The Legend of Zelda's 40th anniversary, and exactly why you might have reason to as well. Be sure to go and grab yourself a scrumptious snack and drink for the video, folks. Subscribe if you're new around here for lots more fabulous Zelda content from myself. Drop a cheeky be like down there, and without further ado, let's get into this one. Firstly, let's go back to when I had lots of hope towards the anniversary. This was before the most recent Nintendo Direct, which also featured an extra 20-minute segment for Mario's 40th anniversary. Looking ahead to this potential February 2026 Direct, bearing in mind there is usually a February Nintendo Direct presentation, I could honestly see an event where we get multiple big Zelda announcements. I was thinking that we could see a teaser trailer or full trailer for the in-the-works Legend of Zelda movie, a big remake of some kind being announced, and of course a teaser or teaser trailer for the next big 3D Zelda game. It's a big dream, but with it being the series' 40th anniversary, I believe this would be suitable and realistic. Then came Mario's 40th anniversary. It wasn't awful, or even bad. There was quite a lot of cool Mario stuff announced, but there was a feeling of disappointment by many fans as there was no new 3D Mario game announced, despite the last one releasing back in 2017. Mario Odyssey is that game. In that same time, the Zelda series saw 2 major Zelda titles. Mario only saw Odyssey in terms of major mainline Mario titles. And don't get me wrong, there's been plenty of Mario games, but mainline 3D Mario games like Odyssey, like Galaxy, like Sunshine, like 64, it only saw this one. Granted, Donkey Kong Bonanza was made by the same team that made Odyssey, but it just simply isn't a Mario game. This has got me thinking, is this going to be the same reality for Zelda? Mario is the face of Nintendo, and he hasn't seen a new major mainline release since Odyssey. Now, Zelda has actually sold more than Mario during the Switch lifetime, so it has that going for it. But it's still odd that the face of Nintendo didn't even see a teaser at his 40th anniversary, or any kind of indication that there's something in the works. This has me worried about how The Legend of Zelda is going to be treated. If we look back at Zelda's 35th anniversary, it was a bit average.
A new Game & Watch system featuring 3 games in the Legend of Zelda series is on its way. Enjoy a classic Legend of Zelda experience that fits in the palm of your hand. In addition, regarding the watch functionality for the Game & Watch system, we've added a playable clock based on the Legend of Zelda.
We saw the release of a special Legend of Zelda Game & Watch. It was cool, sure, but it felt lackluster to announce something for such a milestone and have it be just this. That combined with how Mario's anniversary recently went, which to reiterate wasn't bad, and there was cool stuff announced, but it lacked a big headliner. I know the Galaxy movie is a really cool announcement, but that series is due a new mainline Mario game. I'm worried that Zelda's 40th anniversary will lack that big headliner, showing us a glimpse or brief look at the next big game. I don't want to sound pushy or desperate for them to show us something. I am a big believer in taking your time to make the perfect product. But Zelda feels a little stale following Tears of the Kingdom and the same base world for the past 8 years in terms of the big open 3D Zelda games. So what's realistic to expect, seeing how Mario was treated? Well, it's not as dramatic or bleak as I've maybe made it sound. I am a YouTuber after all, I have to bait you a little. There's most likely going to be a similar bonus segment to a Nintendo Direct, with it being focused on nothing else but The Legend of Zelda. Again, this is just going on the assumption that there is a Direct. And there usually is in February, plus it's Zelda's 40th anniversary. Mario got 20 minutes, so I honestly see this being the same for Zelda. In that time, I honestly do believe there's a real chance at us seeing a movie teaser, especially considering it's due to release in 2027, and we don't have any visual idea of what the movie is going to look like yet, other than we know it's going to be filmed primarily in New Zealand, and we know who's playing Link and Zelda. A remake announcement is also on the cards, as there's been plenty of rumours about a few different Zelda games being in the run for a remake. It's likely we'll see some new ports through the Nintendo Online, maybe even the greatest game of all time coming to the Virtual GameCube, if you know you know. There could even be non-game related stuff such as new amiibo, books, accessories, and or collector's items. The real worry here is, do we get our next game announcement? That big headline we've been waiting for. Do Nintendo have something ready for us? I want to say yes, but I'm worried that the wait will go on even longer. I'm desperate for something new, and I have no problem admitting that. I'm a massive fan of the series, and I just want to see what's next, as the series feels stale right now, and it's in that time frame where we're due to find out. It's been 8 years since the series has changed style, and it will soon be 3 years since the last big game released, so it feels like it should be coming up. Part of my worry also comes from the perspective of being a content creator. I obviously want new stuff to talk about and make new theories, lore dives, and look at mysteries, and just talk within the Zelda community about the next Zelda game. The hype cycle of a new Zelda game is honestly just as fun as the game itself sometimes. In some cases more. I'm selfish in that I want something new to make content on. I love the content I'm currently making, but it'd be nice to have something fresh and exciting. As I mentioned earlier, the Legend of Zelda series is Nintendo's best seller in recent years, and they've been open about wanting Zelda content every year. I'm not saying it will be released in 2026, but to keep on top of things and build excitement between other smaller releases, such as remakes or ports, you'd think they'd want the next big release to be teased and have it on the horizon. Whether it'll actually release in 2027 or maybe even 2028, I'm just a little unsure, as the anniversary side of things hasn't been anything huge lately. How do you feel about this? Do you think there's a fair reason to worry about Zelda's 40th anniversary? Or am I completely overthinking this? I really wanted to make this video to discuss the topic, so please feel free to use the comments section and let's talk about it. I'm interested to hear your thoughts and reasons as to whether you agree or disagree. And again, just to make it clear, I'm not demanding anything from Nintendo, and I do stand by my view of not rushing anything. But I feel impatient for the next Zelda game. Thanks a ton for watching, folks. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, I'd massively appreciate it if you could subscribe to the channel for lots more Zelda content from myself, and drop a cheeky be like down below. A massive thank you goes to all of my channel supporters across both YouTube memberships and Patreon. Their financial backing of these videos is a big part of making this all possible. If you want to support my work beyond just watching, which is already appreciated, then check out the supporting links down below. And be sure to take a look at some of the perks of being a channel supporter. Also down there are links to my socials if you'd like to keep up to date with me, or even join my Discord server and chat to myself and many other lovely Zelda fans. Shout out to the amazing mod team. Thanks again for watching, folks. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a great rest of your day or night. And until the next time, I've been Hyrule Gamer.